Ladies and gentlemen, a picture in the future which Malaysian, particularly youth and fresh graduate, will only be able to rent a house or property for the rest of their life due to the housing price being too high and not keeping pace with the salaries. The scariest part is when we have to face a risk as a renter if the landlord reclaim his property. We are also forced to fulfill all the landlord rental housing restriction, and there is no privacy of the comfort of living in other people's house, and you have no any asset to protect your family and yourself in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this scenario will befall Malaysian, especially the youth, if the future property price rise quickly without keeping pace with the salaries. I am quite concerned about this issue because I am one of the youth that planning to purchase a house or property near the future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all. How are you feeling today? I hope you are well and not under the weather. I hope you are not too afraid and worried about the situation that I have told earlier, because today I will tell you the factor and a cause and how to solve the problem the youth in our country to not be able to buy their first house or property. Then together we solve this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, today my speech topic is why people can't afford to buy their first house. Before that, let me give you some numbers to see our current economic situation. A recent survey on household income conducted by Economic Planning Unit revealed that 76% of Malaysians still earn below 5,000 ringgit Malaysia only per month. In that salary bracket, they cannot afford to buy a house that costs more than 300,000 ringgit Malaysia, which rules out homes in urban area where most of them work. According to the NAPIC, the median house price is at 295,000 at the second quarter of 2022, while Bank Negara Malaysia sets the median household income only at 5,000 plus only. So an affordable house for people that income level like that will only cost 211,000 and below. There are some circumstances that we cannot predict and control, such as the economy, but we are able to help ourselves by increasing our knowledge of finance and real estate so that we can buy our own property in the future. Related back to my topic, which is why people can't afford to buy their first house, is closely related to the knowledge, because knowledge to buy real estate is very important. Because it can prevent us from being burdened with debt, especially the loan mortgage. In my speech, I will divide knowledge into two. The number one is financial knowledge. The second one is real estate knowledge. This knowledge very critical to young people because they consider this method trivial. Because of that, they are still unable and can't afford to buy their own house or own property. So the first thing that I want to discuss is the importance of financial knowledge to all prospective home buyer. This financial knowledge is very simple and uncomplicated at all. This is because since our childhood, our parents has taught us how to save our money. However, in this stage or level, it is not that easy and not as difficult as it seems, but it only needs a little reading. So why is financial knowledge is very important to people who want to buy a house? This is because the process of buying a house involves a high transaction and quite complicated. Firstly, the very basic things is to save your money. Do you keep your money in your piggy bank, or do you save your money traditionally in your saving account? Both are correct and also good. However, with financial knowledge, you can distinguish between ways to save money while you can enjoy the dividend and profit in your and without have any risk. For example, one of the financial instrument is ASB and also fixed deposit, where it offer a higher dividend with a lower risk rather than we save our money in a saving account. So why it is important for us to save money? The first thing is we want to provide a 10% deposit before we buy a house, and the second one is the other costs such as legal fee, valuation fee, and others. So there is a lot of costs. In addition, bank also look at your saving account, the amount of money in your saving account before they accept or they approve your loan. Next, avoid making a bank loan that do not benefit you, because it will harm us if we are unable to pay and not disciplined. This is because it will reduce the amount of loan that allow us to buy a house, or even worse, our DSR or debt service ratio is burst. However, with financial knowledge, we can acknowledge which financial instrument or bank loan that can bring us a profit and benefit such as dividend. For example, ASB financing loan, and we deposit the money into the ASB account. In addition, with the existence of a bank loan record and repaying installment well, we able to give us a beautiful secret record. The second knowledge that I want to share with you guys is real estate knowledge. A moment ago, I already explained the technical how to manage finance to achieve our goal to buy a house. This time, I want to tell you the next step after you have the money and you are ready to buy a house, which is how to choose the best or the right house, the property. Real estate knowledge is very important for you to get the best property that you want to live for decades. First, you must to select and search at least 10 type of house in the advertisement, because you want to filter after you get all the listing. Because the second reason is the property market is imperfect, where the house price is vary even though the property in the same area. Next, the selection of type of house is also very important. For example, terrace, apartment, bungalow, condominium, and others. If you are not married yet and doesn't have any children yet, it is better to buy a strata or apartment, because it is more affordable and it also guarded. Third, look for a property that have an easy access to the highway, especially to the city center, because it can maintain and increase your property value in the future. The fourth step is if you are looking for a sub-sale house, you need to find a house that below market value. The fifth and the last step is, if you want to buy a house under construction, choose a project that can give you a lot of discount, rebate, and others, in order to save your capital. Therefore, we cannot rush to buy a house because it is a process that need to be done step by step. Lastly, my advice to the public is cash in our hand will affected by inflation, where the value will continuously decrease. But if we change our cash into the right financial instrument or any asset such as property, our money or asset will immune from inflation, and the value of our money or asset or also our money or asset will continuously increase in the future. Thank you very much.